everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Trade schools are better than college, in my personal opinion. For myself, I went to a trade school for real estate. I definitely have some experience and some insight on trade schools and why it's beneficial for you in case you're considering your options, whether you're doing trade school or college. Before we begin, if you could please like and subscribe and also comment below on other videos that you would like for me to discuss on this channel. It is greatly appreciated. I have extremely low cost up front. College is always going to cost you a lot of money up front. And if you're not prepared to know what your major will be for the 4 years that you're going and you switch your major, you may find yourself spending more money in the long run, depending on if you're doing room and board, depending on the type of college you're going to, whether it's public or private. It's $40,000 or $50,000 a year. That's insane. We could have a property, maybe 2 properties with that type of money. And of course, you don't pay it all up front, but you have student loans. And if you know anything about student loans, they don't look good on your credit. And if you're trying to apply to buy a home in a couple of years after you graduate from college and you have all the student loan debt, you may not get qualified. This is exactly why trade school makes more sense, especially if you're in a situation where you don't have a lot of money. Most trade schools cost anywhere from $500 to $2,000 to do the courses, to get your license and certification, depending on the trade that you're studying for. For me as a real estate agent, I went to a trade school. At the time it was called Kaplan University. I didn't go to any courses at school. I just went strictly at home after work on my computer and I started working. It was at my own pace. The upfront costs at the time were about $600 roughly, but it's still a lot more cheaper in the long run with college. I only paid about $600 to get my courses done, to apply for my real estate license, get my exam. And yeah, there was some other separate fees after I got my license, finding the MLS that I was gonna work under, which cost a couple $100. So maybe you pay about $3,000, $4,000 after your license to get other things for your license. You're still paying a lot less than the average for college. You have a lot more job opportunities with trade schools. Now, if you're going to trade school for one specific thing like real estate, obviously you don't have a bunch of jobs that you can do as a real estate agent. But with trade schools, there are a lot of separate entities that apply with trade schools. Other jobs that you could have as a trade include a painter, plumber, carpenter, barber, maybe having your own barber shop one day. So many different types of jobs that you can get through a trade school where not any average person can just apply for through Indeed.com. You have to still get a license, and you'll find in the long run that you will make a lot more money quicker than you would by getting a college degree. Trade schools are relatively a lot quicker to complete versus college. As anybody knows who's applying for college or who's been to college, you have to have at least 4 years of completion with school to get at least a bachelor's degree. And if you're trying to get a master's or a doctorate, you're looking 6+ minimum. With trade schools, let's just say you're in a situation where maybe you have a family, a young family, maybe you're in a situation where you need money a lot quicker than 4 or 5 years after school. With trade school, you have an opportunity to complete your courses within the year. For somebody like me in real estate, I did my real estate courses in November of 2014, and May of 2015 I had completed them. It took me a month to study, so within 7 months I received my real estate license. I would have never been able to do something like that with college. Now, did I know I wanted to be a real estate agent after high school? No, but again, it took me about a year after high school to determine that that's what I wanted to do. Imagine I went to Portland State University and I realized I wanted to be a real estate agent all the way out there with no friends, no money, depression, like what? Like no. So again, I do feel like if you are trying to weigh the options, if you're still debating if college or trade school is right for you, I would honestly take the trade school approach first. If you risk a little bit of money up front, at least you're not spending a bunch of money or paying back student loan debts to make a decision, to potentially back out of a decision that may cost you in the long run. If educators are influencing you and telling you, no, just do it, and you really don't know if you want to do it, do not go to college. Make a decision for yourself and don't let educators or anybody else influence you to make a wrong decision. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to carry student loan debt besides you. It's only going to be on your credit, and then people aren't going to be there for you. The same ones who were saying, oh, you should go to college. Yeah. They're not going to be there and help you pay that debt. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.